Hi everyone. I thought on this video I'll show my face and share a bit of myself, and so anyway, this is me and how I look, as it were. I wanted to share some of this music with you and also say a few things afterwards to David Icke and people like him, and also people in power and authority who are as sick to death of the sickness, corruption in this world as the people on the ground are. And you know, I have to say, reach out to you as much as I know you do try to reach out to the public, even though I know a lot of the people in high places are as imprisoned there as the people on the ground. And I think it's time that we need to bridge that gap, and we need to stand together in this world and stand up for child rights. And to those ends, I'm sharing Jabig because I think he's absolutely brilliant. He shares his mixes online and he supports, you know, ending child hunger worldwide, and I want to give him a big thumbs up and to ask everybody to support him and, you know, get into the flow of the music, get into the flow of the music of now, because I do think that music talks to people in a way that no other medium does. It expresses the human heart and soul in just a tremendous mathematical score, that if you showed somebody the mathematical score on the piece of paper, it would be meaningless, but when you hear it in the sound and you let that music into your heart and you move to it. And I think it's time that, you know, the people of this earth let the child out from inside themselves, that trapped, locked up child that's been there for how long. And I think we all need to liberate the child and stand together to protect and defend the child rights, and for all of us to be committed to giving a better future to the next generation than the previous generations have been permitted to give to us. And I do appeal to everybody on earth that we are the last living line of defence between eternal debt and eternal joy and bliss. And I think, you know, we do have to face a bit of trouble and go through a bit of trouble to reach a better place. And you know, because we know it, we know that it's attainable. If this world is attainable in all its horror and filth, then surely our dreams are attainable. The dreams that humanity has held for how many? For thousands of years, and for 500 years for the people who were enslaved, and you know, their culture, their loss, their grief that they still carry to this day, just as the rich people carry their wealth to this day. The people, the ancestors, the generations born from the slave populations carry that weight of shame and burden and guilt and everything that this world has dumped on the poor. And that includes the people of Britain, who were equally perhaps most oppressed, because, you know, we do live right in the thick of the powerhouse that has its fingers in every pie and governing this world. And so, you know, I think these are the days for openness and honesty, and all of us need to be, you know, ourselves, and to be brave and courageous and just speak out. And you know, because it's too late when we're gone, you know. And I mean, I believe that we have an eternal soul, and I have shared my light being experience, and I know I know that was important, and I know that there was a reason why somebody like me in particular was chosen to experience that, to witness that. And you know, I've spent 24 years to be sure enough to share it with people, and to be able to have the courage to stand up and speak out. And even though I'm totally on my own, I've hardly got any support around me at all. You know, even my family has mostly disowned me and turned their backs on me. But you know, I don't hold grudges against them. I am upset by it. It is hurtful, but I do understand the mechanisms of consciousness at work in this world, and I can tell people honestly that I am a survivor, and that the light helped me, the light being helped me survive. And I really would like to assure people that there is a higher consciousness, there is a higher intelligence, and it is with us, it's in us, it's in everybody. And you know, we just need to hold on to that, and to catch hold of ourselves and get to know ourselves, and to step out of these characters that the world has placed us in, a lot of us just simply by birth, you know, and that includes people like the Queen. You know, anybody who's watched my videos know that I've said things against royalty and the people controlling this world, but at the same time I do realise that everybody is living enslaved to their own construct, what this world has made of them, and the people of today are not guilty of the crimes that the people committed yesterday, and the world and thoughts that we were born into, and that have taken control of us and made us aligned with them as if they were our own thoughts. But you know, I think liberation, sometimes the first thing about it is recognising that you are in shackles, and that is a really difficult thing, and it is disturbing, it's upsetting, it's painful to know how wrong we've been living. You know, it's not easy getting in touch with the truth and reality, but it's totally worth it, because at the end of that there's something so beautiful, and I think I know that we can attain it. And everything that I've suffered in this world and I've experienced, I know that there's something better than this, and I believe in humanity. I do. I believe in humanity, and I do believe in Jesus, and I do believe in the love of Prophet Muhammad. And I did have a dream of Prophet Muhammad, and he did have light shining from his skin. And I do totally understand what Islam is about, and I totally support Mariam Rajavi. I ask everybody to check Mariam Rajavi out. You know, 21st century Islam gives women full equal rights, and you know that is endorsed by the Quran as well, which asks people to abandon old ways and tradition when new knowledge proves them wrong. And Allah specifically asks Muslims to follow the paths of knowledge and to respect all the people who live by books of knowledge and holy books. And you know, the other thing I'd like to say is that, you know, Jah, Allah, Buddha, Krishna, whatever name the people have given to God, absolutely, you know, adores our diversity, our natural diversity. We were not all meant to be one faith, one belief, but we are all given the choice to abide by universal law of abundance and compassion, and that embraces the whole of humanity. and it allows us to keep our faiths and our diversities and our national identities. It doesn't want to dictate or control people. It's a law that allows people to govern themselves, because human beings are trusted as intelligent beings, and at the moment we're not intelligent beings because we're not being governed by any true law. We're being governed by what really, you know, is a true kind of a pirate maritime law of the seas, that, you know, the Church and throne of England's been sailing on for how many centuries, and it isn't a law, and unfortunately, because there is no law, that means humanity is a widow, and the children have no father. But there is a child, there is the child, the youth of humanity, the man-child, which includes both male and female. And that man-child, we need to stand up and protect that child. And sometimes I feel like I'm going crazy because of my experience. Perhaps I am mad, you know. I mean, who knows? Maybe sometimes we do need to go a bit crazy to be right, to get to put things right, because that's how crazy the crazy makes us. I don't know, but I know it's the same. It's the same crazy. And I ask everybody to give their support and stand up for children's rights. And I think if we can do that, if we can secure the children's rights, everything else will be safe from there. And I think that we can together work together, and if we believe enough in love more than we believe in hate, we can work together and we can build a paradise on this earth. We can clean up the mess. We can help each other. We can be understanding. We can be vigilant. We can, you know, remove people who are a danger to themselves and others from our societies, and we have to do that in every nation. It isn't a war, and I really am concerned that they are going to try and drive us to World War III, so, you know, they can get on with their evil plan. It's not Jar's plan that they say, you know, with all this revelation stuff. We have a choice. You know, Jar gave us a choice, and that's the truth of it, and we have a choice, and we can choose universal law of abundance and compassion that supports human rights, child rights, women's rights, earth rights, animal rights, our rights to a law that provides access to unconditional love, and that is what universal law guarantees. If people just have faith in it, have faith that it is divine, it is divine guidance, it's from the light, it's from universal eternal light that wrote our DNA. If you can accept you're real, then you know who wrote your DNA, if not that light of universal knowledge that has survived through time after time after time after time. And we have come so far now, and really whatever we have to face for the future, I think we you know, we need to love each other as human beings and reach out to the heart and live with compassion. So anyway, I'm going to play this, and I'm actually going to dance for you, because that is what I love doing most. I do dance a lot, and I hope everybody has a dance as well. You know, I don't care how old you are, how young you are, you know, have a dance and let some spirit, some soul into your being, and, you know, believe in something that's real, that's coming from a real place. You know, I come from life. I've not stepped out of a book. I'm not a professional of anything. I'm just a human being, and I've survived in this world, and there's a reason for that, you know, and life really does mean something. So I'm just going to play this, and thank you for listening, and thank you to all who have supported me and supported the issues, which, you know, it isn't support for me, it is about the issues of the child's safety. That is what is important. And please share the issues, share the solutions, add your own ideas, you know, talk about it, discuss. I've put forward some really good solutions in my report, and I know that there's room for more. So, you know, please get involved. It is a difficult issue to face: child abuse, child deprivation, child poverty. All these things, we need to end them, and we need to do better. We need to raise a kind and more compassionate generation than we've ever been permitted to raise, and unfortunately that is because we are being governed by people who are totally cut off from their heart, and their heart is covered in thick skin. And again, that's what this world has done to them, either through abuse or privilege. Both can have the same effect. And so, you know, as I say, we need understanding, we need compassion, we need to recognise who can be trusted and really who can't. So anyway, again, thank you, and here we go.
Travel live to house music.